Hello, this is Ronnie. I'm back here with a clip focusing on gold and silver. I cover, however, in the long video that I recorded today for my subscribers, I cover many markets, some related directly to gold and silver, and then I have a whole section on the stock markets. Yes, now we have very high volatility in these markets, in the US, in Europe, in other places, and also, of course, the Forex market and the bonds. So if you want to check, you can see the list in the description to this clip. In addition to that, I want to reintroduce the offer that I had, a special offer for my services, in honor of Valentine's Day, and we have the President Day coming up also in the US next week. So this offer would run for 2 weeks, you can see, and that is the correct date. When I provide more details at the end of this clip, you will see that there is a different date, but please ignore that. This is the right date. It's just that I didn't have enough time to record again that very long explanation that you will see at the end of this clip. Other than that, if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. I am here to help, to answer your questions. I hope you have a great week, and hope to see you on my website. Bye now. Okay, this is the chart of silver with, I'm afraid, pretty bearish message so far. It's just dragging its feet. It's being unable to do anything bullish. It is staying in a tight range, and the message is becoming more and more bearish as far as I can see. It's been bearish for quite a while because it hasn't really kept in line with some strength that we have seen coming out in gold. Gold was shining for a while, but silver really never matched up to the performance in gold, and now in the last week it's been really completely buried in this under overhead resistance that you see here. And what is more worrying is that the pattern is beginning to look like it's going for a completion of the huge B. Now, for some of you who missed or don't remember, what is the point of this B? The point of this B is that we are going back to early 2016, and again, there is no guarantee. This wave count is not written in stone. This is an idea that I think makes sense, that merits your attention. Certainly an idea that could be one of the alternatives that you would consider in the analysis of silver. Because it is looking like a textbook pattern for a B. We come up from the bottom of 2016, yes, early 2016. We have taken this as an A. That's a B, surely very complex. Yeah, and we can spend hours just debating which subdivisions are correct here, but it's very simple. That's a peak, that's a bottom. We have a whole mess of ABCs around here. You don't need a degree in advanced physics to see that. This is pretty obvious. There are no clear 5 legs here. There is just a whole mess of A, B, C potentially. That's my reading. You could come out with a different reading. At the end of the day, we got this bottom, a peak, and I think that's the reading that I would adopt at this point. That's an A, that's a B, that's a C. That's another very clear ABC that played out, and we were right on top of this as well. We had this an ABC clear. I don't see no issue here. So I have an A, I have a B, I have a C, I have a D, and that's where we come to the point that it could become a quite definitive. If we hit the E leg right here, and you see that I'm not terribly sure where the B ended, I put an arrow here, and I put an arrow pointing to this zone. Now, if the B leg ended here, which means that the E ended here, and which means that we have witnessed in the rally up here an ABC, and not a 5-wave run. Okay, if you remember, and we will see that in a sec. In the case of gold, we have assumed we have a 5-wave run, but in the case of silver, we can definitely work with the potential of an ABC here. That will settle the matter. For us, the E leg might have ended here, and then we start down with a very bearish C, the very big C on this scale. So we come down, pay attention, we come down in 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiny here. We have a 3. It's working on the 4th wave. You can see my 4th wave in red. And this coming week, silver is going to break 16.2. Silver breaking 16.2, reaching towards 15.6. It is very bearish message. Very, very bearish. It is mighty bearish if it follows afterwards with this kind of pattern. Basically hitting 15.6. Not even crashing through. Crashing through will be definitely bearish. Very, very bearish. Okay, this is why I put it in red. You absolutely must have this line on your chart if you follow silver. This is, in my opinion, the potential for a leading signal to what might happen in gold, because we have seen that gold has been able to perform much better than silver, but believe me, I think that if silver crashes through 15.6 in a miserable way, and that is a miserable way, I don't think there is any chance for the bulls. There is no chance. It is the way I read it, and again, I could be wrong. The way I read it, I think that it will be quite definitive. It is going to be heading towards the floor at 14.4. Let's take it one step at a time. What I'm saying, a pattern that would look really very clear and would definitely be perhaps even more bearish than seeing just a straight break of 15.6 would be to see silver coming down towards 15.6 and then bouncing off that support and going sideways. That could take a week. And then seeing silver coming back, breaking again 15.6, there is nothing left. I am sorry for all the bulls and all those who are staking their lot with the mining stocks. That's going to be bad news, because that will turn into an A, B, C, D, E complete, B ending here or here, silver crashing through this. Silver is heading for a break of the previous low that we have seen here, and silver will be on the road to deliver that massive C leg. Do you remember? This is the very bearish scenario. Yeah, the B ending here, taking this as an A. That's our B, and down we go for that C. Okay, there is high correlation with quite a few forex pairs that I've already presented to you in this video. Yes, we have gone through quite a few relationship, invest relationship. Yes, you remember that, and breaking through the support here on the monthly. This is my monthly scale. Silver is not going to stop there. Silver is going to crash, to the total amazement of all players, I think, apart from a minority. Silver could crash to 8, could crash to 6, after which, of course, the bull run of a lifetime will wait for us. But this is very critical, what's happening now, and the picture is not really very encouraging. I could be wrong. Again, I'm just delivering here my best reading. I'm sharing with you my thoughts, and Mr. Market is the judge. I cannot force my opinion on anything or nothing, basically on nothing. It's all a question of presenting the best options and seeing how that's going to play out. Here's the 4-hour scale with 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 3. So that's going to be an A, B, C, D. Okay, and that's the 4th wave, your 4th wave. Ignore the other labelings, just focus on my 1, 2, 3, 4, and down we go. That's the 5th leg. The other option is saying no, the E leg has not finished. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this as an ABC, which will be an A. That's a B, that's a C, that's a D, that's an E. Either case, we are probably not going to see silver lingering around here for too long. And that is short term. That is also important level you want to watch. That's 17. Okay, 17 even, popping its head above 17, sinking down back. That could mean that the E leg ended here and it's ready to plunge. This is the chart of spot gold price in US dollars. The case of the B in when we come to apply to gold is much less clear than in the case of silver. Yeah, we can argue that we have an A, we have a B, we have a C, we have a D, we have the E leg here, but this is not without problems. Because the E leg looks like a perfect 5-wave run, so that's a problem. We can look at a different option which would really change quite a bit of things here. How about actually starting to count for the B leg from here? So then you end up with an A, B, C, D, E. That will work, because the 5 legs here will be a C inside an A, B, C, or even a series of A, B, C, X, A, B, C. You see, there are several options that could be taken into consideration here. The one thing that is very clear, that gold has failed. Gold has failed up to now. After so many multiple attempts here, gold is still is yet to give us that breakout, and the situation is not looking terribly clear right here. On the hourly, on the 60 minutes, I would think there is definitely further downside, and a critical level for you to watch is the support that is coming here, the 1225 area. Okay, if silver by then broke through some critical levels that I've indicated, you can assume, in my opinion, you can assume that silver is our leader. Silver is the leader in the weakness. Gold is the leader in the strength. So when silver goes down through critical levels that are absolutely meaningful in its own context, then in my mind, that means that as long as we haven't seen a counter signal, powerful signal coming out of gold, and we haven't. This is pretty clear here. Gold has not managed to even pop its head above this level. So we go with the major signal that is given to us by Mr. Market, and if it's silver that is leading the way, we go with silver. And you see, that's the way I take it. Let's go to the 60 minutes. And here I will just focus on the price action right from here, and I see a 1-2, that's potentially 3-4. If I'm right, gold is going to plunge early next week. It's going to run down to 1310, 1310, and then if we go sideways like that, similar pattern to what I've explained in the case of silver, and then gold comes back and it cracks substantially under this level, under 1306. You can take it that there is a pretty big slide now coming to take it all the way down to 1240. Yeah. If it gives us this kind of pattern, and that could play out during the week, okay, that is almost certainly telling you this is an excellent selling point. It's going a lot lower. Okay, it's possible, of course, that it will break down immediately. It's not going to wait for anyone. It's going to break down, and that is the nature of an extension. Okay, you have your 1, 2, 3, 4 intact, but you're not going to get a small fifth leg. You're going to get an extension. Okay, that could also happen. In short, I see gold continuing lower short term, with this being very important level for you to watch, just under 1310. Precisely, it's around here, 1306. Okay.
My website, that's wavemastery.com. Yes, www.wavemastery in one word, of course, .com. You follow on my homepage. Just a quick run here. There are a few articles that I wrote. Is this website for me? Psychology and trading, trading and the arts, why join? You might want to have a look. Yes, to run through some of them. Subscribe here. That's where you will find a special promotional offer. Use subscription. That's a tab that essentially gets into action once you log in. It shows you the subscription that you are using, whether it's a weekend service or daily service. Resources, The tab here opens the option to go down to the chart galleries, where you will find a lot of charts. Okay, some dating from the 1970s, 1960s. Some really interesting stuff. If you are into learning about charts, you're very interested to see how I applied the Elliott waves to past markets. You'll be surprised what sort of markets you're going to find here: eggs, pork bellies, milk, all sorts of things. Really fun. So you can run through that. Useful links. Just a few things that I had in mind. It's not really full list. The recommended reading list, also very interesting if you are into reading more about the markets. I just mentioned some of the very interesting books that I read in the last in the last 10 years. You may want to take a look. Private policy, terms of use, practically standard stuff. I don't get into the business of checking or selling or merchandising your data. It's really none of my business. Special promotional offer. This is the same link that you found here under subscribe here. Just in case you are more comfortable finding it here, whatever, it's right there. It's the same. Contact us. You should use that if you have the slightest question, slightest issue in the sorry, in the process of subscribing, in the process of whatever question you have, whatever is on your mind, before subscription, after subscription, whatever. Okay, so that's login, simple. So let's go through the special promotional offer. You will see that I'm quite generous. I open it till leave it open till next year, basically 15th of January, and it gives you the trial for 9.99 euros, 50% of the normal price, basically for the daily service or the weekend, for the first calendar year. That means for 12 consecutive months you can pay 79 per month for the daily service instead of 159. And you will pay half the price also for the weekend service. So the daily video service includes the weekend service. You don't have to subscribe to both. And 1 week trial, just to see how it is, costs you $9.99. Okay, just to see what's going on, if it's your stuff you're interested in it, etc. You can cancel anytime. You don't get money back for portion unused, but you will have access up to the end of that month in which you cancelled. Okay, there's no obligation to stay for 12 months. And the VAT issue is mainly applicable to people who come from Europe. And if you come from Europe, please go through the list here. Okay, see which country relates to you. If you don't find your country and you come from Europe, it's possible I missed one. Just write to me. I'll see what can be done. Other than that, if you come from the UK, USA, Belgium, and the rest of the world, Australia, Asia, whatever, you don't pay a penny VAT. You just pay 79 per month, and you go through the button here. Scrolling down here, that's the Wave Mastery Weekend Video Service. That starts with 2 weeks trial, priced at $4.99, 2 weeks, because you only get access to the weekend videos. And sometimes I put in a bonus video in the middle of the week, you know, just to keep you floating. I am putting an update for the weekenders, but it's not every week, okay, to be fair. So that's included, you will see, and it's 29 per month instead of 59, and the VAT charges again applicable to mainly people who come from Europe. Okay, so it's the same thing here, and if you come from UK, USA, Belgium, you choose this. Now you go through the subscription. Let's select this one, for example. You go through, you click, and it takes you to the, well, sometimes you get this security challenge, is no big deal. Let's run through that. That's ARST. Hope I got it right. PayPal puts up these things, and it gets you to PayPal's page. where the description of the offer is there. It starts with a trial for 14 days, 29 for each month for 12 installments. Okay, so every month you will be paying 29, and you click and you see that it goes to me. That's my official name, okay, the name that I use normally in documents, etc. So that goes to me. You log in. If you have an account, of course, that should be easy for you. Again, you have security challenge, but you log in, you pay, and PayPal normally brings you back to my website to fill in the subscription form, to choose your login, your password, and after that you almost finished. You go straight to the page where you find the links directly to the videos. Okay, if you encounter any issue, any problem during this process, you need to write to me. I'll take care of that. Please fill in all your details that are required in the registration form, especially if you are from Europe. I need to know for VAT control. But also if you're outside Europe, I need to know the country. You know, just fill in the required info. And let's go back to the website here. Okay, we are back here. The same thing applies to all the other buttons. You're going to go through the same process. Now, that's it basically. If you have an interest, serious interest in trading, I cover a whole range of markets. You can ask me direct questions. You can ask me questions concerning your positions, and I will relate to them in a way that I can under the law, because I'm not licensed to give you personal advice. But what I will do, if you have a position in Apple, for example, you have a position in the Nasdaq, in the index or whatever, you want my opinion, what's going to happen, I am simply going to provide you a technical analysis of the current position, and I will tell you what I would do if it's going to do this or that, etc., etc. And then with this very detailed information, then you can follow through. You can take your decision. Okay. Other than that, if you come from countries that I don't cover, I will be prepared to look into covering the index of that country. I cover a lot of markets, but of course it's possible that you might come from a country where I don't follow. So don't be put off. You can ask me. I'll see whatever I can do. Of course I will do, and that's about it. So I look forward to see you on my website. Again, don't hesitate. Shoot any question you have. I am based in Belgium, so if you write to me from the US or from Australia or from Asia, might take me a bit of time to react, but I will react. I will get back to you and provide you the information that you need. Okay, so wish you the best, good trading. Bye now.